Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's exciting video, we are diving into two more powerful Python string functions that will elevate your projects and assignments to the next level. So let's get started. Contains function. Python string class has contains functions that we can use to check it contains another string or not. The Python string contains method is case sensitive. Let's look at the simple example for string contains function. We are going to take one a string object where we will be defining Python is a good programming language. Then we are going to use print s1 contains a, which means we are going to check s1 dot double underscore contains. We are saying we are going to check one character that is a. That means in the program you will see a is present in this string, that is true. If we are going to check whether this string contains upper A character, let's run the program. You see, since A is exist but upper A not found. We can also use contains functions with str class method too. Okay, copy this statement and instead of s1 we are gonna say str that contains, and as a first argument we are going to pass s1 and second argument we are gonna pass as the finding characters. Okay, so let's run the program, so it will say yes it is true. Okay, we can also check this case sensitiveness. You see, let's find out z character, right? It will say it is false. All right, let's see other case. If we want to find out any specific word in this entire string, the same function can be used. So what we are going to do, we are going to say we will check whether good word is present in this s1 or not. Okay, first we will check with s1 dot contains and then we will say just check good word in this entire string. It will return true and the program it is returning true, right? If we say bad, so it will return false. Okay, in the same way we can check a string class alias and then check s1 has bad word in the string or not and the program, so it will say false as soon as we say is. So is present in this entire s1 string, right? You see, it is true. Now let's check if Python string contains substring with help of user inputs. Okay, let me remove this program. I'm gonna ask one input one from user, enter a string one, and another input I'm gonna take two is I1 string contains I2 string. Okay, that is what we are going to check. Then we will print result. Okay, so I1 dot contains we will use and we will pass I2. All right, so it will return true or false. All right, let me run the program. I'm saying Python is a good language. The second is string. Let me say good, so it will say it is true, right? So Python is a good language, contains good word, this substring. All right, let me run the program again just to check whether this contain returns false. Then we are going to again say Python is a programming language. Then second string, I'm going to say just check bad, so it will say false, right? So in this entire string, there is no substring like bad. Okay. Next function is id function. Python id function returns the identity of the object. The identity of an object is an integer which is guaranteed to be unique and constant for this object during its lifetime. In Python implementation, This is the address of the object in memory. Let's check this out with an example. I'm gonna have four variables a, b, c, and d. A 5, b 5, c 30, d 40. So just print id of all these four variables, right? C and d. If you're in the program, so you will find two variables a and b is referring to the same object. You see, the id is same. But for other two variables, c and d has a different id of object. These are the memory address. Let's see if we get the similar behavior with string and tuples too. Okay, I'm gonna create tuples. Let me take tuple 1 here, x and y. Okay, then tuple 2, same x and y, right? So we'll say t1 and t2. Okay, let's end the program and see. You see, tuple has also the same object if we have the same values, right? Now let's take a string s1 equals to x, y, z. And then we say s2, the same value, and we will use the id function saying s1 and s2. Let's see whether it proves for string type as well. Yes, this is the same object reference for same type of values. From the output, it is clear that Python caches the string and tuple objects and use them to save memory space. Caching can work only with immutable objects. Notice that integer string tuples are immutable, so Python implementation can use caching to save memory space and improve performance. We know that dictionary is not immutable. Let's see if id is different for different dictionary even if the elements are same for dictionary, right? I'm going to create two dictionaries with same type of values. Okay, the key would be x and then its value would be 1, y, 2. This is my dictionary 1, this is my dictionary 2, same values, right? Now I'm gonna say print id function dictionary 1 and then dictionary 2. Let's run the program again. You will notice that both the object d1 and d2 is referring different object in the memory. You see, the id is different. Okay, let me remove old code, run the program again. So as we thought, dictionary objects are returning different id value and there seems no caching here. Okay, these are different objects. Now let's see Python id function for custom objects. So we are gonna create a custom class. Let me create simple class customer. Let's define anything salary. You can say 0. I'm gonna create two objects for the class customer, then c2 customer. Now I'm gonna print id and then c1 and then c2. Okay, let's see whether the both objects is referring to the same object or not. Run the program. Objects are different. Okay, for custom type the id function is returning a different value of the object, right? Let me check one more scenario. I'm going to take c3. I'm going to refer c1 and c3. Okay, now let's see what is the object id of c3, right? And the program c1 and c3 is referring to the same object, you see, because here we are just pointing to the one memory address. That is what it is being written. Okay, c2 has a different reference in the memory. So Python id value is guaranteed to be unique and constant for an object. We can use this to make sure two objects are referring to the same object in memory or not.
That brings us to the end of the today's video. We hope you found it informative and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on all things tech related. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next video.